years ago, what the hell? Okay, not a guest, but the groom was caught by the bride's sister making out on an elevator with an ex during the reception. All hell broke loose and somehow they are still together. They probably have kids now. Yup, 2. Like, gosh, listen, I'll never judge somebody. I don't know what's going on in your relationship, so I'm not gonna judge her for staying with him, but I am gonna judge him. You cheated on your wife, now wife, at the wedding. Okay, real stand-up guy right there. Nice, nice. Good for you. Hope that one felt good. I used to work for a wedding planner, and one time a guest stole the bride's dress. The bride had changed into a short, more comfortable dress for her grand exit. Her other dress was cumbersome and poofy. And on the security cameras in the venue, you could see the guest run into the bathroom while everyone watched the couple leave and take the thousands of dollars dress out the back door. She denied it until we threatened to press charges and then claimed I was going to wash it for the bride. Imagine! That's absolutely insane. I've never even heard anything close to something like that. That's wild. Imagine, at your own wedding, you gotta worry about getting robbed. Like, that's crazy. And then imagine trying to be like, oh yeah, I just denied it, but it's just because I was gonna wash it. Like, you're insane. That's crazy. I worked weddings. The best was the estranged, divorced father, hadn't been in the picture for 20 years and who was not invited that showed up. Anybody who's not invited that shows up is just a bad time waiting to happen. Recognized the bartender as his ex-wife's friend and starts grabbing everything available to throw at her. Police escorted him off of the premises. That's insane! You would think that if you're gonna be like the estranged person, that you're gonna show up and try and like make amends or something, which is still a bad idea, but like whatever. But imagine being the estranged family member who shows up just to cause even more problems, just to throw a tantrum. Also, it's your ex-wife's friend and you're gonna throw stuff at her? Like, that's just crazy. People are wild. Okay, my brother-in-law. He got belligerently drunk and kept tossing empty glasses into the little koi pond at the venue. My nephew, who was 7 at the time, was in hysterics, worried about the fish. Yeah, like a 7-year-old has more common sense than you do. What in the world? First of all, that's just like insane. Keeps tossing empty glasses, like those poor fish, the poor employees who have to clean it up. Also, I hope that they weren't like glasses in the water. Like, you gotta drain the whole pond at that point. The freaking fish are gonna eat glass or something. Dang, that's wild. Weddings are crazy. Every time I read these, I'm like, just more ammo to not get married, you know what I mean? My officiant was over an hour late, brought her adult daughter, and ate all my bacon-wrapped scallops. When we asked for a refund, she wrote a letter telling us we were going to hell. I tried giving her poor reviews, she changed her business name and kept going. That is crazy. That's crazy. When we asked for a refund, she wrote a letter telling us we were going to hell. I like that people just like think that they get to decide. You know what I mean? Like, we see a lot of people being like, you're going to hell. I'm like, well, if you really like believe in those things, I'm like, then you probably also understand that you're not the one who gets to make those decisions. Whatever, you're an hour late, you brought a random guest, but you ate all the bacon wrapped scallops. That's a crime in itself, and I would say that that's gonna send you to hell. Alright, groomsman professed his love for the bride days before the wedding and then passed out from heat exhaustion at the altar. Oh my god, what? That's crazy. Okay, wait. The groomsman professed his love for the bride, but then he was still at the altar on the wedding day? Like, listen, if a groomsman was like, I'm in love with you, I'd be like, then you can't be here at the wedding. Like, that's just it. You know what I mean? I don't know, I'm sure you guys are real close and I know you want to be in the wedding party, but you gotta pick a lane here, buddy. My ex-mother-in-law, one of my bridesmaids, was dancing with a drink in her hand at a reception, and my mother-in-law tapped her on the arm and loudly asked if she could put the drink down while she danced because she was looking trashy. Bridesmaid told me later because her gift to me was not tearing that woman apart on the spot. Honestly, yeah. I mean, yeah, that is a good gift. That's a good gift. Holy smokes. Like, don't understand why people think that their opinion matters. Like imagine going up to somebody that you probably don't really know, because if it's like the bridesmaid and the mother-in-law, you know, the mother of like the groom, then like what are the chances that this mother-in-law and the bridesmaid like really know each other well? 50-50 at best, I would say. Why do you think that she would care about your opinion? Because she was looking trashy. Also, what are weddings for? Drinking and dancing. That's it. That's what the reception is for. Drinking, dancing, and food. And weird speeches. My father-in-law. As best man, he carried my ring in his pocket. Oh no, I'm nervous. He went outside to smoke his pipe before the ceremony and was fiddling with the ring and dropped it in the grass. Why would you be fiddling with the ring, is my question. It was night. The wedding was delayed as everyone got flashlights to help look for it. No one told me what was going on. They couldn't find it, so my mother-in-law let my husband borrow her anniversary band. That was fancy and had diamonds in it. When the time came, I was pleasantly surprised to receive a fancier ring than we had chosen. I thought it was a surprise for me. My mother-in-law approached me after the ceremony and told me there was no way I was keeping it. A few minutes later, someone out in the yard actually found my ring. At the reception, my father-in-law vomited on my dress. Jeez Louise! This just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Also, like, why would the... If you're gonna like lend your ring for the thing, which like very much appreciated, thank you, you didn't have to do that, but you did. We respect it, we love it, thank you. But like why would you come up and be like, yeah, there's no way you're keeping that? Like obviously when she knows the whole situation, why would you want someone else's ring anyways? You know? People are crazy. Also, yeah, just why was he even fiddling with the ring at all? Just keep it in your pocket, under lock and key. Like, no one needs to be touching it. In lieu of giving a toast at the rehearsal dinner, my mother-in-law got up to announce that she was getting married that next Wednesday. She wore her winter white micro mini skirt wedding suit. What the hell? That's so many things. That's a lot of things to describe one outfit. She wore her winter white micro mini skirt wedding suit to the ceremony the next day. This was a quiet Methodist church wedding in the Upper South. My husband's childhood best friend showed up with his girlfriend absolutely stoned out of their gourds. Some cocktail of pot and a passel of pharmaceuticals and probably a few things snorted to top it all off. Whoa, we're going off the rails. His mom stood at the buffet table and ate more than half of the groom cake. I've been told it was absolutely amazing, perhaps the best chocolate cake ever, but we didn't get any of it. That's crazy. These people are having like wild weddings. Like, okay, first we got somebody else's wedding announcement. Then we got a, wearing white to the ceremony. We've got the husband's childhood best friend just going off, having a nice cocktail of things. And then we got somebody standing at the buffet table eating half the groom cake. This is crazy. This is crazy. That's just a lot. That's just a lot all in one wedding. My uncle kept demanding that God doesn't recognize my marriage because it wasn't done in a Catholic church, and that my husband and I will never last because he'll probably cheat on me in a few years when things, quote, inevitably become stale. Nice. That's really cool. Cool uncle right there. I tried telling him I don't believe in the same things as him and wasn't concerned, so he got louder instead and I just had to walk away. Definitely gave my surrounding cousins a good laugh though. He does stuff like this a lot. Jeez, those cousins, man, they gotta put up with a lot. Who cares? Who cares what he thinks, I wouldn't even waste the breath trying to tell, like, first of all, it's your uncle. Like, we love family, there's some good uncles out there, there's some good aunts out there, but at the end of the day, it's just your dang uncle. Who cares what your uncle thinks? You know what I mean? And also, if he's saying, oh well, things are gonna get stale, and also God doesn't recognize because it wasn't in a Catholic church, I'd be like, alright, Uncle Bobby. Anyways, moving on. 10/10/2020. California, we're setting the stage. A friend had a guest get really drunk, wander off to a neighboring ballroom where he started urinating, and was then removed by security where he claimed, I am a guest of bride's name and I cannot be treated like this, to which the bride replied, I don't know him. That's so crazy. That's so crazy, so embarrassing, man. Oh, guys, have you ever been at a wedding where somebody gets too drunk? If so, Let me know down below in the comments. I love these kinds of stories, especially open bar. People go a little too far. I attended a wedding last year where, while the very beautiful bride was walking down the aisle, one of the groomsmen nonchalantly turned around and peed in the bush she was standing in front of. All eyes were on the bride, thankfully, except the groomsman's girlfriend, who was seated right next to me and tapped me on the arm. I think he's taking a piss. To this day, the bride still doesn't know, and her husband swore us to secrecy. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh my god, if that was me and I found out later, like, I would be like, we're no longer friends. We're no longer friends. Thank God everyone was looking at the bride. Oh man, just like that moment in particular, like, obviously just all of the moments at a wedding are important, but like, walking down the aisle, you're gonna ruin that? Not even like accidentally. You're peeing in a bush? Oh my god, I can't. People are crazy. People are crazy. I've said that 45 times this video, but like, what else am I supposed to do? Guys, that's it. That's all the crazy wedding stories, crazy wedding guests, madness we have for you today. Oh my gosh, if you've got a crazy wedding story, let us know down below in the comments. And while you're down there, don't forget to like this video and also subscribe if you want to see more. I've been your host today, Olivia Kozlowski, and I will see you all again very soon. Goodbye.